Welcome to Photo Finds. I am your host Kevin, and this week we are exclusively at Legoland Florida. Now we are here at the entrance to the park looking at the Christmas tree, which we're going to see again at the end of the day when we come back for the Christmas tree lighting. Now in the meantime we see that Lego Santa is here several times throughout the day for you to go meet with him, and in fact they've got a couple of different kinds of meet and greet set up with this kind of holiday looking Lego creature. However, we're going to pause first and look at this guy, who's a Poinsettia Plant, as you can tell, in the spirit and tradition of Divine, which you might know from Disney's Animal Kingdom, a living plant, though this one doesn't really walk around. He's stuck inside of a pot. And as you zoom in a little bit, you'll see that he doesn't really try to hide so much as just be something interesting to take a picture with. Now, since we are here at the front of the park, let's glance inside the Lego factory, where you see through these kinds of Rube Goldberg contraptions, Lego bricks supposedly being made. The only reason I'm taking a picture of this spot is once upon a time they would hand out these bricks, the little stamped Lego factory bricks, as a free giveaway to anyone who watched the show. They appear not to be doing it, or at least they didn't this past weekend. There's one of the other walk-around minifigures. This one is Buddy, who is the official mascot of Legoland, and he's dressed up, as you see, in kind of an elf costume here. Now, they had some carolers out, and they come out. These same carolers come out later for the Christmas tree lighting ceremony at the end of the day, so they do their best to get into the spirit in this park. And as you see in front of the 3D theater, they've got something set up there where you can build your own Legos. What this is called is the Build Your Own or Play Your Part in our Lego Holiday Build, where you create a Christmas tree ornament, and they get hung up on these trees here around the Frosty the Snowman, which of course is new for the time period as well. Lots of whites and greens and reds available for you to build your own ornament. Ornament has to fit into that square you saw on that last page. And as you see, people just hang up their ornaments afterwards onto the trees nearby. A little bit more of the festivities here, where there's a guy juggling 8 balls at one time. We see the jugglers a couple of times throughout the day. Now, here's the main reason we're here at Legoland Florida, to count the Lego Santas in Miniland, USA. Indeed, I'm just going to go ahead and show you all of them that we found. There's 1, 2, 3 hanging off this building here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's a different picture, although it looks like the same one. 12, this one is taken at the Capitol building. You'll see a couple of others at the Capitol building a little bit later, mostly having to do with decorations such as this tree, which are not everywhere, but they are added special for the holiday. 13, 14, and then this one is on top of the White House. And as you can see, there are Secret Service agents all around the sleigh, and Santa's got his hands up because someone's pointing a gun at him from one of the Secret Service agents. You can see the gun right there, actually, which is just part of that trademark humor. 15, 16, 17, 18, and we're going to do a close-up of this one here in the next slide. This is in the New York section. 19, 20, and 21. So those were all of the Santas that we were able to locate throughout the Miniland area. There weren't any in the Pirates area, none in the Las Vegas area, and none in the new Star Wars area. Now, there were also many of these other elves and Nutcracker type figures as well throughout. This one is in the cyclotron in the NASA section, for instance, an elf riding on top there. And then over in the NASCAR section, the Daytona Speedway. And then little things like snowmen, or in this case in Las Vegas, sandmen, kind of melting into the sand. Carolers here and there. And these are reindeer. This is back at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. And there are those snowmen also at the Capitol building. Some of them are melting, it looks like there. And more carolers still on the Capitol building. So I really like that they kind of go all out and do more in the way of decoration for holidays than they'd have to. Now here we are at the White House. There are the Obamas, in this case wearing Christmas hats. And then this one took me a little while to figure out. This is back in the New York area. And I thought at first what we were looking at was perhaps just someone making kind of a snow angel here. But then later when I got home and realized what was going on, someone's got their tongue stuck to the flagpole. So what we have here are the characters from A Christmas Story. There's the snow angel and the guy sticking his tongue onto the flagpole. Another little bit of decoration in New York, Rockefeller Plaza. Some more carolers. And this is folks out in the Miniland area. They are stilt walkers, as you see. And we saw them again at the end of the night when it came time for the lighting of the Christmas tree ceremony. Now we're going to take a little bit of a stroll around Legoland. I don't know that I've seen this Lakeside Sandwich before. It was always a kind of eatery here. This is back over by the water ski show area. And even if it did have this name, I'm pretty sure it didn't have the minifigure kind of logo to it. We saw a couple of A-frame signs directing us toward this, the Extreme Brick Bargains shop, which appears to be the shop next to it, which has always been there, now is dedicated to things on sale. And so you see they've got a little bit of the Lego decorations in the middle there, and then a lot of signs about how things are 50% off or perhaps 20% off for the Lego bricks themselves, the ones that are found in this store. Just outside from that store, what looked to be a somewhat new merchandise location, although I can't swear to that for sure that this cart wasn't there previously. Pretty sure this was not here the last time I was in this area. So Cypress Gardens is back to the side there, and this water ski show is over on our left. And these are somewhat large. A child would come up to about here. These are somewhat large Lego figures of Batman and Robin. There's a DC Comics thing going on. And in fact, this building over to the right, which houses also the Mindstorms and the Lego racing stuff, is now home to something called Hero Factory and the WB Games Zone. So these were somewhat new buildings. I poked my head into the Hero Factory. As you can see, it's a place to build the Hero line of Lego toys, and not much else beyond that. The Game Zone, however, as we step inside here, you'll see it is pretty different from perhaps what you're expecting. A wide open game playing type place where the games are free. They've got iPads, as you can see here, set up playing things like Lego Harry Potter. Beanbags for you to crash on. And places for you to sit and play on console-based games. And there's that celebration of the DC characters, Batman 2. I'm sure that's why the Batman Lego was out front. Lego Harry Potter billboard inside, and then a look back again at the remaining zone inside the game zone. Here's that hero character. This one's a walk around that you can take a picture with. We poked our heads into the Mindstorms. I haven't seen this before, so I just thought I would take a picture of it. It's an interesting little robotic game. And then I really wanted to call attention to how busy the place was. And this was a Sunday when I visited, this most recent Sunday, and I've not seen Legoland this crowded since the opening. And that really, I thought, was a very encouraging sign, since Legoland had appeared to be struggling for a little while there, and may in fact still be struggling in the non-weekends, so midweek. But here it was, not yet quite Christmas, and the crowds were there. So that made me more hopeful for the future of the park. Since we're doing a photo finds here, not sure if you've seen this before. This is near that one Aqua Ride in the background, and their test coaster. That's their Wild Mouse over here. I call your attention to this zone. This particular tentacle has a gold brick on it right here, and this is the last brick placed at the park. It was done at the park's opening ceremony. I was there as press, and so I kind of point that out to anyone whenever I'm at Legoland to go look for this octopus and the one golden brick, which was the last one placed to finish the park, quote unquote. So we're here now at the tree lighting ceremony. There's the stilt walkers again, and then when the tree lighting comes, the carolers come back out. The Lego Santa comes out, and a host family will come and light up the tree. It's a small ceremony, not really too much to it, but it's a way to cap the evening and really turn on the Christmas lights, which are pretty populous in this section of Legoland. So as it says, the tree lighting ceremony is at 5 p.m. in the park itself. Closes at 5 p.m. I think every day these days now. Look at the tree lights before they come on. As you see, the tree is made up of Legos itself. Of course, there's wiring in it for some of that lighting as well. And there's a sense of the crowds toward the end of the night. Again, the park is just about closing when this picture was taken, so there's perhaps a greater concentration of people than you would otherwise see. But that's a pretty hefty crowd, and more than they ever saw during its days as Cypress Gardens. That takes us to the end of this week. I know that there are things to cover in the Disney universe, such as the new Giggle Gang clowns in Fantasyland. We will get around to them next time, and we thank you as always for checking in and stopping by.